Today we have got exciting news coming out from Cunard, MSC, lots to talk about with Princess. We've got Royal Caribbean in the mix and an important discussion that I would really like to get your input on. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Wednesday. It is December 6th of 2023. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, will you please go ahead and hit that subscribe button? We'd love to have you with us. I am sure that we need to have you with us. We all come together here and share a lot of experience and a lot of information about cruising and travel associated with cruising. Also, if you appreciate my updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up? It really helps us out with YouTube offering our video to more people. So let's start at the top with MSC. So many things. I was trying to decide what order to put things in, and we've got a lot to talk about. So first of all, MSC has announced their 119-day world cruise. It's going to be on the MSC Magnifica, and this is for 2026. So it is going to set sail on January 4th of 2026 out of Rome there, the port of Civitavecchia, if I'm saying that right. And then in the following days immediately, like the 5th, 6th, and 7th, if Genoa there in Italy or Marseille or Barcelona happen to be easier ports for you to board, those days you can go ahead and embark on that world cruise from those ports. But I really like how they outlined all of the places that they are going to visit. They talked about crossing the Atlantic, crossing the Pacific, going into the Indian Ocean, into the Middle East. They are covering the world and doing an excellent job of it. So just wanted to put that on your radar if that is something that you would enjoy looking at. One thing that really stood out to me as I looked at the itinerary, they are going to go to 47 different port stops in 32 different countries, but they are going to run overnights in San Francisco, Honolulu, Auckland, Sydney, Manila, Tokyo, and Dubai. Plus, out of those stops, 46 of them are going to be full day stops. So not any of this business of getting into port at 7 in the morning and leaving at noon or something. They are going to be there for the whole day, which really does affect what you can do when you're in port in these port stops. Opens up a lot more options. So I just thought I would let you know about it in case you were thinking of a world cruise, or you've been on MSC before and really enjoyed it, and you've got the time and money to go. It sounds like it's going to be a wonderful world cruise. Alrighty, next thing I wanted to let you know really quickly, just as far as how news goes. The brand new Icon of the Seas that Royal Caribbean just received ownership of, transferred to them from the shipyard, is making her way. She's got a couple of stops, and then she will be here in the United States to start actually carrying passengers. But I found it very interesting, and I thought that you might too. It needed to go under that, they call it the Great Belt Bridge there in Denmark as she is proceeding from the shipyard. And that is a low bridge compared to some bridges, and some cruise ships can go under it. A lot of them have to sail around so that they don't have to pass under that bridge. But here's the cool thing. Icon of the Seas has retractable funnels. I did not know that, but with Royal Caribbean ships, the last ship that went under that bridge, by the way, was Allure of the Seas when she was brand new. But all of their Oasis and Quantum class ships are built with retractable funnels. How cool is that? So to me, that is another really cool thing because it opens up a lot of options on where these ships can go, because it can go under a lot of bridges that a lot of ships can't go under. So thought I would just put that on your radar for cool things in cruising, as well as some of the things the Icon of the Seas can do. I've been looking at Icon of the Seas sailings because I do want to try out that ship. They are still very expensive. She is the latest and greatest from Royal Caribbean. The sailings for Star of the Seas, which will be Royal Caribbean's next Icon class ship, no, Oasis class ship, those sailings are now on sale. So I was kind of hoping that as soon as those went for sale, the icon would drop, but those are still really expensive. I noticed that the sailings on Wonder of the Seas, though, their ship that they got just before Icon of the Seas, I noticed that those are getting a little bit more affordable. So if you're looking for something more affordable, but you want to try out the latest and greatest, take a look at the Wonder of the Seas. It's a really good option. But the Icon of the Seas is different. She has things that Wonder of the Seas doesn't. So you just kind of have to decide what you want to do and where you want to put your money. So that's a thought. The next thing that I wanted to talk to you about, I want to know if anybody else is having this glitch. So a Let's Go family member contacted me about this problem, replied to him, and then boom, somebody else sent me an email having the same trouble. So if you have figured out a way around this, I'm hoping you can let us know. So when you book your flights, either with Princess Easy Air, and I'm thinking of Holland America's Flight Ease because those are the ones that I'm hearing about this. When you book your flights and you book them flexible, if you want to go in and change your flights, clear up until 45 days before, you have the luxury of being able to do that. And so often, back when we used to book our flights that way, we would just keep checking. And if we had noticed that the price dropped on a flight, we would hurry up, cancel one, grab the other one, and carry on. But also know that when you go in, like you want to change your flights, you can get so far before you have to commit to the change. So it lets you look and see what's available. Well, Let's Go family members are saying that they've got one flight booked, but they see that there is another cheaper flight. So they go in and they go through all of the steps to change to that different flight with a much better fare. And then right when they get to the end, the last thing that they go to click on, it says that fare is no longer available. So they go back, start it all over again. That better fare does show up. No matter what they do, they cannot get it to complete and give the fare that is showing there. They have contacted Princess, they've contacted Holland America. Nobody in customer service seems to be able to fix that problem. Is anybody else having that trouble? And if you have had that trouble, have you figured out a way around it? I really think that that would help a lot of us try to decide what to do. We had like 13 flawless times of booking with Princess Easy Air. And then last year in this early summer of 2022, we did our flights with Princess Easy Air, and the problems that we had were enough that I've not had the courage to book with Princess Easy Air again. I know so many people goes perfectly smoothly. So just want you to know that where I stand isn't where all of you should stand. You just go by experience, right? And most people go and don't have any trouble. So needless to say, I've not tried that. And we have looked for the other cruises that we have, and they are always more expensive than just booking on our own, on doing our own flights. So we've just done that. But let me know if any of you have seen that problem, and if you've got a workaround, please put it in the comments or send me an email so that I can let everybody know, because it will really help us. So thank you. The next thing that we need to talk about here is an update from the Sapphire Princess, and this is going to segue into what else we need to talk about as well. So the Sapphire Princess is on a glorious sailing right now. They are heading to Santiago, Chile right now. And here's what I wanted to let you know that our Let's Go family members shared. First of all, they commented how nice the staff is. They said that they have been on several Princess cruises, and this is the very best crew that they have ever been on board with. Absolutely tickled with the service that they're getting. They seem very guest oriented and seems to be going really well. Also, the entertainment has been really good. The pianist, his name is Ryan Ahern, is brilliant. They've got an amazing cruise director, Armando, and they're just having a wonderful time. They said actually the food has been really good, except for one night in the main dining room. It wasn't amazing. And then Sabatini's was perfect. Like, how often is your dinner perfect? What a special evening they had. Wi-Fi is fast. That makes me really happy. She says that she's not sure how many passengers are on board, but it doesn't feel overly crowded, and just having the very best time. They're going to try out the chef's table, so I'm excited to hear about that. I do want to point out, makes me really happy that the Wi-Fi is going so well on board that ship. They are a little bit more remote. I looked on Cruise Mapper. They are indeed on their way to Santiago, Chile, so they are not right up against the coast. They are not in a port today. So that it's going really well makes me glad. I know I do get questions from people about which cruise lines to go on if you want your Wi-Fi to work, based on just what I have heard. So this is word of mouth and my experience on the 2 cruises that I have been on. So this Holland America seems to have slower Wi-Fi, even with the ships they only half of their ships have Starlink. So I know that plays a role in that. And so just putting that out there. I don't know. That's just what people tell me. So if you've been to Holland America lately, and I know we've got a couple of Let's Go family members that cruise Holland America a lot, let me know what your experience is with the Wi-Fi, because that'll help inform us all a lot. Alrighty. So if you're not aware, the Queen Anne, the brand new ship from Cunard, is coming online very soon. They're going to start their sailings over there out of Spain is where she's going to start with. But Cunard has just announced a very special sailing that they are going to do. It's going to sail on May 24th of 2024, and it is called their British Isles Festival Voyage. So it's supposed to be really special. They're going to explore such cities, it says, Liverpool, Belfast. They're going to go see the Highlands, the Scottish coast. It's a really big deal that they are running this as a very special cruise with a brand new cruise ship that they've got. And so if that's something that you're interested in, May 24th of 2024 on the Queen Anne, a very special British Isles Festival cruise. So I think that sounds like it would be something perfect for someone that loves the British Isles, is from the British Isles. But yes, it opens up a door to a lot of fun there. So, and if you need help booking it, I am delighted to help you with that as well. 2 things to talk about today. First of all, not to beat a dead horse, but we keep talking about Alfredo's and the differences there. So a Let's Go family member was so kind to send me a picture of how full Alfredo's was on the Sky Princess today. And like I told you yesterday, that ship was in San Juan, Puerto Rico. So clearly she is sailing the Caribbean. And so here's some things that I want us to talk about together. So I expect to hear from you in the comments. Okay. So first of all, a few thoughts that have occurred to me when we have ships that don't have very many people dining in Alfredo's, to some ships like the Sky Princess that people have said the Alfredo's is quite busy. There's a few things that I am wondering if impact how many people are dining in that venue on the different cruises. So tell me what you think makes the difference. I think part of it would be the demographic. The Sky Princess is running those shorter cruises, 7 to 10 days, most of them 7 days, and just in the Caribbean there. So you get a lot of people who are on vacation there, right? They can take a week off of work, go on a cruise, be back in time. If they end up wanting to take their children, the children can miss a week of school. Someone commented that 2 weeks ago, Alfredo's was super busy. That is a holiday week. That's when families are cruising, when people are on vacation, and tend to do even more of that. So I'm wondering if that impacts it compared to, for example, the Sapphire Princess right now, that the Alfredo's is so empty that the Sapphire Princess is on a long cruise. I think it's a 33-day cruise that it's doing. To do a 33-day cruise, you're going to end up just overall having more people who are retired, because it's hard to take 33 days off of work, or people who have the luxury of being able to truly work from anywhere. You don't have as many children because school is going on, and just all of these things go into the mix. And I notice when, for example, when we were on our cruise that was the Northern Lights cruise, we had an older demographic on that as well, much older demographic actually. And I think a lot of that has to do with the time of year. It was a 2-week cruise. Those tend to be a little bit more expensive. So it's really not what you generally choose for a family vacation, to go for 2 weeks in October. And Alfredo's was quite busy, but it wasn't packed like I would have expected to see it. And they only ran, being the Island Princess, they only ran Alfredo's on certain days in the Sabatini's restaurant on C days. So it wasn't even every day you could go do it. So that the fact that it was quite busy on the days that it was open would make sense, because people had a limited number of days to choose from to use their package, right? Or if they wanted to eat there. So I'm really thinking that the demographic on board and also the destination would really impact how many people are dining in Alfredo's. Tell me down below what you think, would you? And enjoy this nice picture from our Let's Go family member. Okay, so tell me what you think about that. Here is the other discussion, and I've thought about it a lot since I mentioned it yesterday, how on the ships we've got the Yacht Club on MSC, we've got the Haven on Norwegian, we've got the Retreat on Celebrity, and how you can actually board the ship, and if you book in those parts of the ship, you can stay there the whole time. They have excellent restaurants, they have magnificent service, you've got your own pool area there, you've got loungers. You've got everything you could hope for, okay? And so sometimes people will stay there the whole time because they thoroughly enjoy it. Sometimes they will, go out of that area of the ship to have other specialty dining or whatever it is that they want to do, attend entertainment, all of these other things on board the ship. So as we talk about this, and every time I talk about that, I always get some people saying, maybe the class system is coming back on cruise ships. So that gives me a lot of pause. And so I have mulled it over an awful lot. I want to tell you what I think, and then I want you to tell me what you think in the comments, would you? And I love that we get lots of different comments in our comment section, and I want to thank you for that. I hope everyone feels fine. You are very welcome to give your opinion. I very much respect that, and we don't have to see eye to eye on things. That's the nice thing about being friends and being respectful individuals. We can respect each other and share our opinions, and we don't have to agree on everything. And if we all agreed on everything and everything was the same, I think that would be pretty boring. So I just want to put that out there. So here's what I think, and I would love to hear what you think, okay? So first of all, when I look at that, not generally, it is more expensive to stay in those areas on the ship. Yesterday, I pointed out that it looks like that's where we are going with both the Club Class Cabana mini suites, the Reserve Collection mini suites on the Sun Princess to a lesser degree, but definitely with the signature class suites, because you've got your own restaurant, you've got your own pool area, you've got your own private area of the sanctuary, you've got your own lounge, all of these things that really make it such a lovely area. So having said that, I personally don't think that we're going back to the class system on cruise ships. And let me tell you why. Because first of all, when you think of how a real class system works, people are put in classes and they don't get a change out of those classes, right? You're in this, historically, that's how it's been. If you were born into this class, you're in that class, and it really just does not matter. You're in that class. And so then the other way that you could look at a class is, you've got the people in the interiors are in this class, the people in the balconies are in this class, the people in a mini suite. So here's what I think about it all. When you book a cruise, you have the option of booking whatever cabin you want on the ship. It is entirely up to you what you're going to choose. There is, of course, a variety in experiences that you're going to get in the different cabins. There's a difference in the price. You're going to have to decide what you want to pay for. I really appreciated one of our Let's Go family members, and it's been a while now, commented that she gets to go on a cruise for 2 weeks every year. The rest of the year, she works very hard. She takes good care of her parents. She is a crazy busy lady. And she gets to go for 2 weeks. So for that 2 weeks of the year, she pays to be pampered. And so even though you look at somebody booking that, you think, well, I don't know if they can afford that or not. That's not the point. The point is people decide how they're going to spend their money. And for 2 weeks of the year, they get to decide how they're going to do it. Gordon and I, do we have enough money to book the retreat? Yes, we could, but my focus is going on lots of different cruises right now. And so maybe someday I'll do that. I don't know. We'll have to just see what I decide. But for now, we want to go on more cruises, so we are doing balconies. We could go on more cruises if I would do interiors, but I didn't like it, and so I'm not. And so there's all of these things that go into what people decide they're going to book when they go on a cruise. Another thing that I think really varies is the destination that you're going to, and your goals for that cruise. Sometimes people go on a cruise because they need to get away. They really need to relax. They want quiet. Other times you go and you're going to visit all these places that you want to go. That's what you're most excited about. There's all of these things that go into it. So I think that really what cruise lines are doing is trying to give potential cruise customers every option that there is out there to book a vacation that they're going to enjoy. And they want it to appeal to everybody who would like to book a nice hotel at the Four Seasons and take their vacation there. They're going to be in the retreat. They're trying to appeal to families that are happy to get everybody on the ship, so they've got cabins that appeal to them and everything in between. So just want to put that out there, and let me know what you think as well. I really think it's all about having options, and someday someone might choose option A, another day for another cruise they might choose option B, and so on. So let me know, and let me know, do you kind of mix up how you cruise? But either way, I hope that when you get to go on a cruise, you thoroughly enjoy it, and I love to hear about it. So if you're on a cruise ship, let me know how things are going. I would love an update on any cruise line. So I look forward to hearing from you all, and I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.